Virginia Mori pour Haircut. Virginia, what kind of student were you?
In what?
In what? I don't know, because there is a student and a teacher in your film.
Yes.
So I would like to know if you're more the student or more the teacher, or if you're both.
Both, yes, probably. The symbolical meaning in my animation is it could be interpreted in different ways. I like to build a symbolical structure in which the audience can put his own interpretation. Of course, I have my interpretation, but
let's begin with yours.
Okay. The two characters are at the same time teacher and student, but at the same time are two parts of the same person. So it means that each one have these two parts inside, and there is a fight between them. And the school ambient it's just to represent one of the ambient in which this fight could go outside. I think that the school is the first step of this fight, because the person is the first impact with the society. So the first impact with the society starts the fight with yourself, because you have to divide the imagine of yourself and the imagine of the society that you want to show.
With a film like your film, very symbolic, but also very graphic, I'm always asking to myself, what came at first? A drawing or a general idea of the script, of the story, of the meaning of what you want to communicate?
Okay. Well, I have my own style since 5 years, more or less, of these feminine characters. So when I think about the film, I put my own style, and so the film born from the idea. And the idea came from the central part of the film, in which this tail is cut and starts to move. This is the main idea of the film. And then I build all the context, all the rest of the film. And so it's a little bit confused. I have a strange approach to build the plot.
Okay. But this first idea, the tail, and it was cut, and then it moves, it's sort of really onirical image. So
yes,
it for you it was like a dream when you had it, or something that you thought about in a very conscious way?
Both.
Both.
Yes, I like to remember my dream, to write them when I wake up, and but this special idea born from the observation of a lizard when and my cat cut the tail of the lizard, and I observed that the tail continued to move.
Okay.
And so it was a very strange moment. If you stop and look at that, you feel, well, there are two parts of the same animal continue to live separately. So it's from then from that I start to think all the symbolical meanings of that, and I put this idea on my characters.
Ok. Des questions de la salle? Oui.
Je voulais savoir la signification quand elle soulève sa frange et puis elle a un œil dans le front. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I don't like very much interpret my interpretation, because I like that everyone imagine, but it means that these characters, one of the characters, it's like to see through the other, and so the teacher that stand up the air watch through the student, and it means that sometimes the teacher thinks to understand what the student thinks, what the students see, and what the students see is always very confused, and so you see the chairs and the tables fly in a very confused way, and this is how I feel when I was at school. That's something that's always something wrong, something not very comfortable. No, it's like I'm a nerd.
Another question? Yes.
The sound in your film is, I think it's fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit about your work with Andrea Martignani?
Yes, working with Andrea was very inspiring, and I work with him, and so we watch the films and we talk a lot about what atmosphere I want to give to the films, and he was very he followed me in a very strictly way, and we find the sounds in a very instinctive way. So we, for example, the part when the tail is cut, it's noises of I don't know, pipistrelli. Bats, yes, are bats, and so it's it comes listening a lot of noises, and try to modify them, and when I hear something, yes, it's that, we try, it's a long work of trying, and but we have a sort of idea of the atmosphere in general that would be very oniric and suspense atmosphere. I want this, and we work on this.
Thank you very much, Virginia Mori.